is the time of year where we start to guess and wonder what the next major Minecraft update is going to be. Whatever update that is, it's going to have the title of 1.20, which is quite an accomplishment for Minecraft the game. As you can tell by the gameplay, I strongly believe that 1.20 is going to be an end update. Before we get any further into this video, let me know in the comment section what kind of update do you believe Minecraft needs next. Now here is a fun fact. The end dimension hasn't seen any updates or changes since 2015. That is a staggering 7 years ago. Now the developers told us a while ago during a Minecon event that they had a roadmap. And that roadmap consisted of the updates they wanted to introduce to the game. Of course, we were given the ocean update, we were given the nether update, which is one of the other dimensions in Minecraft. We've been given the caves and cliffs, and we've been given a feeble attempt of a wild update. Now, for the 2 minutes of gameplay you've seen already, can you see how repetitive the end dimension is? For the so-called end of the game, it's not really a huge achievement. With that being said, on an occasion, you can find yourself an end city, you can find yourself an end ship, which does give some very valuable loot within the Minecraft game. I think shulker boxes are an incredible item. I think the elytra is so helpful. With that being said, there is still millions, and I mean millions of Minecraft players who do not bother and have never entered the end dimension. And with that, I leave a question. Have you entered the end? Have you been to the end cities? For those of you who haven't, let me know why. My other question is, if you haven't been to the end dimension, what would make you go here? For me, the end is bland, it's very repetitive. It needs some kind of sub-biomes. It needs some unique kind of mobs. What happens when we do introduce new biomes, new mobs, new features to the end dimension? Well, through the power of modding, I'm going to show you in today's video. What you can see on screen is a mod/add-on creation by Mr. Mastery, which will fully transform your end dimension. Let me start off by showing you the ENDILEX forest. It is very vibrant. It does have a lot of uses. It can also be a very deadly place. Now this dimension is made up of a new type of end block. This is called Xalium. Also available inside of here is these corrupted blocks, which I believe the creator has taken from Minecraft Dungeons. A very nice addition. If you stand on these, you are going to be inflicted with some kind of pain. So be very careful. If I'm not mistaken, I believe on Minecraft Dungeons, you actually sink into them. Also available is this, which is Xalium buds. You can also find these, which are Xalium sprouts. Those, again, are decorations throughout this biome. You can also find a new type of berry. This berry right here is called the ENDILEX berry. Actually be crafted into a jam. To make yourself a jam jar, you're going to have to make yourself the jar first. To make this, you are going to need 6 pieces of glass, which will make a glass jar. Put this down here and cover it within berries, 8 of them. Then you end up with the ENDILEX jam, which can be consumed. This place is also covered in a very animated block, and that is this. Now, this is called corrupted slime, which will then give you the ability to craft the corrupted block. Once you have enough of these in your crafting table, just place 9 of these, and you can then troll your friends by using these blocks, which are going to cause harm to you. Now, this place comes with a different kind of wood, and this is the ENDILEX log, which once again can be crafted down into smaller planks and stuff like that. So if you put this aside of here, you're going to get yourself 4 of these. Look pretty awesome. Which can also be crafted into your generic things like sticks. Also, using the ENDILEX wood variations, you can craft a different set of tools within this game. So if you make yourself these, we already have some sticks. We can make ourselves a pickaxe. We can make ourselves an axe. Now these, I believe, have the exact same durability as your wooden tools. They're just a different color. The jellyfish you see roaming this biome is known as the spectral jelly. These float around and will not attack players. Upon being killed, will drop a tentacle. Other mobs that are available within this biome is we do have an adult one. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this one is going to attack me. It does not seem like that is the case. There is a few other things that you are going to have to keep an eye on, though. This is called the Ender Raptor. This will hunt down players and kill you. Here is a closer look at this raptor. They are quite fast, but they will also take damage upon the corrupted blocks. So if you see one of these, run the other way. There is also an enderling, which is like the trader within this dimension. They are super awesome. So you can get yourself tentacles, you can get Lon's Delight, you can get crystal apples, crimson pearl, shulkers, ender pearls, cooked skipper, and even fireworks, which can be traded via the ender ingot. Of course, you're going to have to obtain yourself the ingots, which you can find these throughout your Minecraft world. There is also another ore that can be discovered. I am using netherite here, and the break time is quite high, but you'll end up with something called the raw ender. Like everything else in Minecraft, these can then be smelted down in order to get yourself an ender ingot, which then, once again, are ready to be traded with. So I wanted to spawn a few of these just to check out their trades. They do seem to be all the same from what I'm noticing here. Is that the same? The second one is the same? Yes. So I haven't figured out what the tentacles are for yet. Can get yourself a crystal apple. I think the shulker is a good change. And the cooked skipper is good. Also, finding a trader that trades fireworks within this dimension would be so useful. Crimson pearl. And that's very different. What are they used for? They are, I don't know. Oh, okay. Now that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, they're a little bit slower than your ender pearls. Crystal apple is going to give you speed, haste, and jump. I'll take that as well. And then you've got yourself a little skipper. So there's probably some form of water within this dimension, as well as your regular end stone that can be found throughout this dimension. There is a new type of block, and this block goes by the name of end slate, which can be found in patches inside a crafting table. End slate can be crafted into polished end slate. It can also be crafted into slabs. Unfortunately, though, you're not able to make yourself any form of stairs. I'm just going to make myself one more here. Can we make these into stairs? We cannot. Although I will show you what they look like. So you've got these, which are smooth. These, which are your slabs, and these, which is the regular block. But they can be crafted into tool variations, such as a pickaxe or a sword, which I really like the look of the sword. It's quite impressive. There is another mob that will inhabit this biome that is known as the Ender Wyvern. If you're unfortunate enough to be attacked by this mob, it will in fact pick you up, which means you are going to have to try and get loose. If you're lucky enough to kill yourself one of these creatures, it is going to drop something quite useful for the Minecraft player. Now, you'll end up with wyvern feathers, which can be crafted into a light feather. If you use the light feather, on occasions, it will give you a slow falling effect, which means if one of these things does manage to pick you up, you can escape it. So you'll have feather falling for a small time. I also discovered that there is another biome within this pack, which is a lot more appealing and seems to be less deadly compared to the previous one I showed you. So this is consisting of crystal nylium. Not sure what that is. Is that like a campfire down there? Well, this one seems to... Oh, this is water. So we got a / game mode S. Doesn't seem to do any damage to me. I imagine this is where we can get ourselves a skipper. Now, before we mess around with this biome, there's a few more things that you could get here. This is the Heart of the Ender, which I think is a recreation of what is available within Minecraft dungeons. This thing is a boss. Seems to be quite strong. Doesn't want to let me go. I'm not going to get myself killed by this. In the meantime, I'm gonna try and kill this. It does make a pretty cool laser sound when killing it. Once killed, I didn't drop anything for me. Maybe there is something it can drop. There's also a crystal golem, which lets off a pulse to the player. Doesn't seem to like me. They seem to not like each other, so they're gonna fight each other. Upon killing it, it drops an end geode. We also have a shulker crab. I wonder if this could... Hey, it can also drop shulker as well. And then I showed you the end wyvern. So this biome is made up of something called crystal vinehead. We also have ourselves tall grass. Now, there's a different kind of wood here. And this one is called crystal mushroom stem, which looks like it is another type of wood variation. There are many more things available in this pack. I think my favorite has to be the Minecraft Dungeons inspired armor, where they've introduced the shulker armor for players to use. It looks really cool. Apparently this is stronger than netherite and is incredibly rare. There is a lot more to be discovered within this pack. This right here is Zallium, and this right here is known as, I believe, a meteorite. I think these are quite rare. This is made up of calcite, tuff. We have prism, quartz, crystal, prism, quartz, bloom. And there's more structures and tons of things for you to discover. I was super impressed that it seemed that everything within this pack did have a use. There's also another structure over there. Let's check that out. You are going to have yourself an elytra if you want to check these out. But this is like a little home. Looks like somebody's been living here. You have yourself ender pearls, blaze powder, brewing stands. We have a furnace, crafting table, books. There is no shulkers on here, so you're a little bit safer. And there is also another structure that can be found on land, on the biomes, which this could be where the enderling likes to live. So what is available inside of here? We're going to break our way in. So this has a chest. Ah, okay, so more loot that can be found, other than just the loot inside of end cities. That is everything I have for you in today's video. If you'd like to check it out in a little bit more detail for yourself, there will be a link down below. Full credit goes to Mr. Mastery, who did a very good job of creating a concept creation for an end update. Indications are showing that this year's Minecon is going to be in October, and rumors within the Bedrock coding is that there will be some kind of vote, whether it's a biome or a mob. It's going to be done within Minecraft the client, so you'll be voting within Bedrock or on Java. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all, hopefully, for an end update.